I just love your smile. Just the way you do it makes me high all night. I just love your smile. Just the way you do it makes me high all night.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, cool.
Wicked. Before I do start, do you want to mention how we met James?
So we were at Motec, coffee meet.
Yeah.
Went out for some food, and I got disturbed slightly when the door next to me opened up, and lo and behold, LLF pops out and dents the rear quarter of my previously 135.
I'm so sorry, man. But I paid, right? I paid.
Yeah. Fair play at the lab.
Yeah.
Paid everything, no
Yeah.
dramas, all done and dusted, really easy. Absolute legend, just square it away as quick as he did as well.
So, you've now got a Civic Type R.
Yeah.
So you owned an M135i?
Yeah, so on the one M135i that was turbo back exhaust, with Scorpion Sport Cat Remus catback system, and then Motec setup, as everybody loves in the 135 world.
Yeah. Motec edition.
And yeah, it was running really well. It was on a Bluefin chip, so it was near the region of 400 brake.
Right.
Everywhere you look is a 135 or a 140 at the moment.
Yeah.
So I fancy something a little bit unique and more playful on the B roads.
So you got this then, so you got the FK2 Civic Type R, yeah?
Yeah, that's it. So it's not as refined as 135 as you would expect, but to look at the car, it's not as refined to look at either. It's quite garish
It's
looking.
definitely looks a bit fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, pure Marmite car.
I like it, I'm not going to lie, I love it, to be honest.
It's a great car and it goes really, really well. Gives you full confidence in it. The 135, don't get me wrong, once it had the Motec setup on it, it was fantastic handling wise. It was really, really good. But nothing compared to this. This thing just sticks like glue. It's like it's on rails.
No understeer, no oversteer.
Nothing at all. You don't even get torque steer. So I was trying to explain it to one of my friends. Left it in second, just dumped the clutch, and it just pulled along nice and straight. No torque steer at all, which surprised him. He's got a Fiesta ST, and his dad's got a RS Focus as well, Mark II.
So this is another league to anything you've owned or drove, yeah?
Yeah, this is just something completely different. And as it stands at the moment, I've only put K&M panel filter on it, and it's had back box delete so far. But there is a lot in the pipeline. I want this one over 400 brake, because like I had the 135, just to get a bit more comparison.
Alright, well we'll continue the video in the car, so should we take it for a spin, see what it's like on the road?
Go for it,
yeah? Cool, man. What's the power figure? We haven't even mentioned the power.
So the book is 306 brake, which, to be fair, you can pretty much feel all of it when you get up there into the old saying of VTEC kicked in, yo. It's all there, so you do feel it, and it's pretty impressive actually when it gets going. Straight line, it's a little bit held back in comparison to the 135.
Yeah.
But in the bends, you would have to be extremely brave in the 135, 140 to try and keep up.
Yeah.
But eventually, I would probably say if it's a standard 135, 140, it will not hold on as much as this will standard.
So this car is simply on rails, yeah?
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
And obviously front wheel drive cars are known to understeer and...
Yeah, there's no understeer with it because it's got limited slip diff as standard. It pulls you around the bend, so you can't accelerate going round the corners, which is quite daunting to get used to after being in the BM. So
it's quick.
It's not bad. It pulls quite well. It goes well. It sounds all right actually.
Sounds wicked.
This has had a back box delete all round. So otherwise, standard it's quite tame. It's very, very quiet.
It's shocking as well because we know the Civics, they're known to rev and make noise, and it's like the M cars. Obviously, the F80 has a little bit of noise, but I mean from the V8. What are they like after tuning though? I mean, because these are like an optimum from the factory. They're obviously set up to perfection, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're really.
Because they've really put some work into this car, man. Like,
Well, yeah, they've
Nürburgring as well.
They've used it on the Nürburgring, and at one stage, this was the quickest front-wheel drive car around the Nürburgring.
Yeah.
That was then taken over by the
GTI.
VW Golf GTI Club Sport,
Yeah.
and then lo and behold, the FK8 came out, and then that's beaten it
That's
again.
not, isn't it?
And primarily, it is as much as the aero pack on this is garish, it actually holds a reason of being there. So the top speed on this, book-wise, is 168. Even at high speeds, you've got confidence at high speed in this car, where it does just sit on the road nicely.
Stays on its line when cornering.
And it stays absolutely perfect. Once you start putting it into the R Plus mode or Plus R mode, you hit a bump, you will get thrown from one side of the road to the other side of the road. From jumping from the BM into this, it was not as comfortable, to be brutally honest. You could feel the fact that the seats and everything
on the seats,
were just so much nicer than the BM. Especially with the full leather on it, it was brilliant. But once you got used to sitting in this car and you got the seat set up to you, it's brilliant.
And this is, like you say, this is a serious performance car as well. So
it's
any kind of luxury is just a bonus, isn't it, really?
Yeah, and to be fair, they've chucked everything at this car as well. So this is a GT model. The GT line only comes in a manual 6-speed, which, to be fair, you wouldn't want it any other way, because it's designed for that.
I've grown up just loving German cars and only driving German. So when I get in something like this, it's like a breath of fresh air. Do you know what I mean? It's just different. Like,
as you'll notice when you're driving it as well, with driving BMs all the time, you'll feel that a BM will push you along the road, and it's quite nice. Where this one drags you along the road, and it's just a little bit different. It's quite interesting to get used to it first. And I thought I'd just do an economical drive, just so I get used to the car. And I got a return back of 45.9 miles to the gallon out of the car. So the 135 on the same route, I would get about 42 at max. But that was driving it like a little old lady. My insurance for this, if you're under the age of 25, you'll probably cringe. My insurance for this is 250 quid for the year. That's including breakdown as well. Again, what I've noticed looking at the forums, because I still look at the forums for the 135s, 140s, and pretty much 90% of what I've seen so far is everybody's renewal price for the BM is going up, and it's not going up just a little bit either. It's going up like almost 50%, if not 100% more than what they were paying the previous year, which is it's pretty mad. From what the guys have said, from speaking to the insurance, is the fact that the amount of people that have run out of talent, shall we say, for driving
in
the car
and 355.
and just stoving it in somewhere and writing it off.
So they've become so popular that they've started to make an impact basically on the systems. Like, I'm excited, man, because it's just so different in there.
Yeah, it's good fun, and then obviously you've got the Sport Plus button as well, so if you wanted to press that whilst you're going along a slightly bumpy road, you'll soon see the difference between the standard mode and then the Sport Plus.
So this is comfort basically right now.
Effectively, this is comfort. Not massively comfortable to an extent. It's bumpy, but it's good.
Gearbox feels solid as well, like you said, it feels so mechanical.
Yeah, it's
like strong, like it's never going to break.
This is the first time I've been in the passenger in my own car, and I quite like it actually.
Passenger's different, right? And this is all in comfort as well.
Yeah, that's comfort, so it's absolutely solid. The shift lights on there as well. Wow, so you'll see the shift lights pitch up and it'll just close in. You see the plus R. So just push up.
What's that?
Everything goes red.
Is that the main mode? Yeah.
So that's it. There's 2 modes.
I can already feel how it's like a bit lighter on the throttle now. Okay, there you go. It's not as like, you ain't got to press it as much now.
Yeah, there's you'll notice that it's
really
bounce. You'll feel every bump now as well.
Yeah, when this road we're on right now is not bad. So,
but it's a good B road, this one. So this is like the roads that I'm used to back home, and why I wanted this car, because it just sticks.
It's really bassy, isn't it? And that's obviously the delete, right?
Yeah, I think that's the back box delete has caused it to be quite drony.
I feel the turbo's a lot more sensitive now.
Yeah.
Oh jeez, man, it really goes, doesn't it?
And for a standard car, it's
Brakes
pretty good. And the brakes are, again, brakes are completely standard on this car.
Yeah, the brakes, well, it is. The brakes don't even feel like they're trying.
No.
Like, you know, some cars, like, they brake, but it feels like you really got to stamp it. Oh, that, yeah.
But you notice a big difference. The car
You
goes...
feel the LSD, can't you?
You can feel everything a lot more, especially in the Plus R mode.
Yeah.
Everything's just more responsive. The steering, you can actually feel it, and you can feel where the car... You can almost guarantee where the car is going to end up on every single corner with this car. When I was 135, I just couldn't. I didn't have that confidence. But
so although it's got the LSD, you can still feel there's a tiny bit of wondering, isn't there?
yeah, a tiny little
Ever
bit.
so slightly, but you can feel that the LSD sort of taking care of it.
Yeah, but yeah, if you hit a cat's eye, it'll just pull you.
Yeah. There's no body roll. You can feel it's very flat.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't feel like it's breaking a sweat.
I reckon with a good driver behind the wheel on a track, this thing would be quite impressive, I think.
It feels very NA-like as well. I know don't know when the turbo kicks in, it's clearly turbocharged, but it's very smooth and like, I don't know, is it like where it's a bit laggy maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, the power delivery is
smooth, right? It comes in
not
really,
aggressive, is it?
No, not at all, man. Like,
I actually plan on keeping this one for as long as possible.
Yeah.
It's the only car that I've actually owned in the time of driving that I couldn't think of anything to change into from this. I cannot find, or I can't think of anything to progress from this to. Once it's been modified as well, then it's just going to be a completely different car. So
this car, like, although it's capable, it puts down the numbers, you do actually have to drive it as well.
yeah,
It doesn't drive you. Fiesta's in early, of course, it's not even the same kind of category of car.
yeah.
But I mean, that car is very easy to drive. I'm not saying this isn't easy, but there is driver input in this car.
If you stray even just a little bit, the cars will fail due to human error,
Right.
whereas some other cars will take control
Correct
at that
it,
side.
yeah.
Where this car, if you point it somewhere, then it's going to go there.
It's so flat. I mean, even like doing these little movements here, you can feel it. It's just
There's
it's
no
like
body
a touring car almost.
But there's no body roll with it at all either, which is it's quite pleasant actually.
Wow, man, that's sick, man.
It's good fun though, isn't it?
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You jump in a car, you're going to get a smile regardless. You're always going to smile.
That
with it.
sounds different, doesn't it? It's not your typical 2-litre turbo sound, is it?
No, it's very strange, isn't it? It's just unique.
Right, so guys, gonna end the video there. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, please like, share and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.
You really fly for me, yeah. I feel so invincible. I just love your smile. Just don't